Hello, 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 hello. Hi, everybody. My microphone comes through very clear. Hi, Apollo. Hi, Fable. And Striker, hello, hello, hello. How is everybody today? Wasabi Tatsumi. Tap, how many bottles do you have now? You good, Fable? Oh my gosh, you have 41 bottles? Holy cup. I did say that if people were in my streams, like every stream until the end of the year, they'd be able to get VIP when I started the bottles. But we've got something special coming for you, Tat. When you get your 200. We got something special. Striker, you just woke up and it's Friday. Have you got work today? Do you know what I should do? So that I'm actually generating. Anchor Fallon. Anchor Fallon. Anchor Feeling. So, I've got some exciting news. I have downloaded Library Ruiner. And I think I might be giving it a go. On, you know, the off season of Limbus, when we're sort of struggling for content. Yeah, better get out early because I've been clocking in early every day, so I get 2 hours. Ooh, heck yes. Fantastic, Striker. Fantastic. That is awesome. Oh, pardon me. It's been 5 minutes. I shouldn't be yawning yet. Well, we need to get our lunacy for the upcoming Walpurgis. We're also going to be sharding Ryoshu today to see how long, like how far
그 새를 물러라.
we can take her.
대관원의 해충들은 여기까지다.
My imagination is that very
그저
loud.
목숨을 부지하려 벌벌 기는 가증스러운 것들. 그대로
That's super loud.
홍원의 밑거름이나 되어라.
That feels very loud. 1, 2, 3. How do I not have any acapella left? Sorry. I got 12? No, I've only got 8. What the hell? I might have to use some lunacy. Oops, what am I doing? 5 stream streak. Heck yes. No, excuse me. I've got to get used to using this because
언제나 댓글 하나 없는 끝은 없을 테죠.
yes.
그러나 그에 가까워지려 노력한다면 또한 문제도 없을 것입니다.
I suppose I could get the remainder of the thread. No. I need 750 for this one. I could possibly get 750 on a mirror dungeon run. Bye, Lawdy. Extend your work? Hell no! Hell no. We are going to extract Ryoshu. Not extract. Shard Ryoshu though. House of Spiders Ryoshu. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her.
나락으로 데려가 주지. 아비들이
And we'll be
태워지고
doing
베어질
her
수만
uptie
있다.
story too.
잊고 싶은
Today.
모든 추악한 것들을 던져두고 더 이상 떠오르지 못하게 가라앉힐 나를
she
기꺼이
looks so
태워주고
cool.
말고. 와라. 그곳에서 모든 내가
She looks very cool. Very cool. It's been suddenly pretty hard. Wait. Everyone else in my department decided to just not come in anymore? Is your work that bad? That like even other people don't like it? I don't have any other No, I don't have any special stuff anymore. Okay. So cannot be free from you not without severing the spider's thread. Beautiful. It's pretty bad. I've been in the middle of my resignation turnover and I'm 2 weeks away. Oof, oof, oof. I hope that you can get another job soon, my dear. So we don't have a railway this week. No, we have one next week. That's on the funny number. I don't want to fix that. And yes, this doesn't really matter. So what we'll do, we'll go to Sinners, we'll go to Ryoshu. Now, I've been told that House of Spiders Ryoshu is absolutely insane. I don't think I've got the resources to level her fully. No, I don't. I mean, that's not too bad, 52. And we're going to uptie. Actually, where is our settings button? That's because the voices are set all the way up. Okay, that's why. I was like, the voices are really, really loud. Aha! We have 600 lunacy. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, she's pretty good from my experience, but I can never get her passive to fully activate. Isn't that because she needs the other IDs? Hair coupon! Nylat, did anything happen? Oh. I got little things in the back. I got little pigtails in the back. The front's not really changed though. Thank you so much for the hair coupon. Just spend like 3 to 4 turns killing the House of Spiders IDs and just go ham. Hi, cat. Thanks, Nylad. Hi, Artemis. Thank you. Hello, General Kenobi. Just use the defense to kill House of Spiders ID, please. Nice. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do her uptie story. My bad. We'll do her uptie story. And excuse me, what just happened? Did I press the wrong button? Uptie. Oh, I pressed shard exchange.
모든 세상에 있을 당신들을 베고 모든 당신들을 세상에서
Pretty good at doing
드러낸다.
big damage.
베어진 것들은 모두 나 홀로 머금을 테니
Is she
그쵸.
worth uptying to 4?
아레아 식으로 돌아.
Alright, here we go. We've got my voice acting skills to come to the chops. Cut and sever. Let all be severed and burned away, until not a single strand of their frayed threads remains. The House of Spiders. All of you nurse fathers. Every last trace will be scraped out. I see a thread. A thread I failed to sever. A strand I must cut off. It gleams with terrible clarity. And along that vision, crashing upon me, are waves of sights I wish I'd never have to recall, leaving behind only the futile wish of never returning. Like a hollow seashell washed ashore. The entangled clue of time devours my consciousness. There's no calendar in here, but I know how many days have passed. No clock either, yet I can tell whether it's day or night. Some things, though, elude all attempts at understanding. Why do I have to be locked in the vault? Why do my moms and dads always try to keep me in here? Am I being grounded? Or am I useless to them now? Questions that remain unanswered. Oh. With those doubts lodged deep in my mind, I again endure the day not knowing when it ends, even as I was certain of its eventuality. I won't make a sound anymore, even when I'm scared. I'll memorize everything you like, too. I'll learn how to use a sword. I'll learn it real fast. I won't run away, even if it hurts. So please let me out. Dad? Mom? Just as I was growing numb to every shade of darkness drowning me, the door, which would not budge no matter how many times I banged on and clawed at it, opened with such ease that what I'd had to endure seemed absurdly pointless. Dad, I promise, from now on, I had no expectations. Didn't hope to find any kind words or concerned eyes. Those, after all, belong to a world as distant as one end of a corridor from the other. But I wanted answers. That's all. Why did they seal the vault? Had I done something wrong? Is there something I could do to be better? Questions like that. However, even that seemed to be too much to ask. You have yet to enter an entanglement. Let us check again in 2 days. As the nurse fathers return to their corridors, each leaving behind nothing but an uninterested comment or two, dry as dust. The cycle of beatings that continues without any purpose. Damn, man. Is this the... Damn. Hi, Nala. I think I will check out the new PV cat. The ever-changing whim that seeks to force me into the frame of arbitrary tastes. The reveling applause, accompanied by observant contemplation. Hi, Igris. The excruciating agony that comes from being treated as mere material. Those 4 threads twine to make a rope that tightens around my neck. Each pulling without end from their own direction. Ow! Each egregiously making their presence known. That is why they will never be able to go on living without me. They are dregs that have been abandoned. There is no other thread that they can cling to. And so, I will cut off the only strand they have left. Hi, Okami. And if I am to sever myself away, I must do it by means of severing other things. I swing my blade with reckless abandon, cutting down everything that enters my sight. Here is a father so vacuous that he cannot escape. Sorry, my bad. Here is a father so vacuous that he cannot hope to capture hellscape without seeing it with his own eyes. Thanks, Swaggy. A fool that craves for parched inspiration and stone-dead creativity without ever realizing that the tip of his brush has long dried. Whenever I open my eyes, I am almost stepping over the threshold of death, standing on the far shore of the hereafter. With each carve that... Hi. With each carve that sheds the spores from me, with each brushstroke that paints the drawing paper over the horrid... Far out, man. Paints the drawing paper over with the horrid scenery of hell. My throat tears itself hoarse, and the beating of my heart grows so rapid it feels ready to split my chest open. A dramatization meant to stage the cruelest of magnificence. The pain is unbearable. It convinces me that I will die from it, but the nurse father knows the limits of my body all too well. The material that I am is trimmed and shaped until I am gasping for my last breath, screaming at the top of my lungs in impossible pain, just not close enough to black out. Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck? That is... Holy shit. Hi, Vix. And so, Whenever I feel the black and blue bruises on my body smarting and throbbing, I trace back my mutilated memories. When is this pain from? The present? The past? Or perhaps someday in the future that has not arrived? If it comes from the present, then it should have already ended, because now is just too brief. The moment the word touches the tongue, it has already passed and become the past. This pain, this wound, this scar, however, they never pass. They would stay where they could be seen, and the next moment they would take root where they could not. Pain always intends to be a thing of the immediate past or the immediate future. And even in pain, I am denied the experience of living in the now. Like a butterfly that mourns its flower, even as its body is torn apart. Like a butterfly that refuses to fly away, no matter how many times it is stomped upon. To say that the butterfly stayed would be wrong, or that it forgot how to fly, for that matter. It is simply that it has never learned how to fly in the first place. From the moment it emerged from its chrysalis, its wings have been caught in the spider web. Fluttering is not flying. Wings that have only fluttered are wings in name only. Hi, Nathan. Oh, thank you, Striker. I hope you have an amazing day at work today. Have a good one, okay? Hello, Daya. You've always known, Daya. The nurse father knows this better than anyone. That is probably why fists are raised at me without even a moment's hesitation. I am beaten to satisfaction. Whatever is within reach is thrown at me in a fit of rage. The profanities pouring out become needles stuck embedded in my heart. But the nurse father knows I can never run away. Yet even as I find myself at the receiving end of the fist, day by day, hoping that the nurse father's anger would subside, I still find myself unsure of where that fuming wrath stems from, or why I must withstand all the thrashing. Hi, Nathan! Each bout of blind rage that leaves me scarred also leaves a lesson. The lesson that living in the hereafter is no different from trying to live through the dark of the night with nothing to rely on but a single lamp. I could step onto any strand of time, but in none of those strands did I manage to leave this corridor. So I tried to find a reason to live. The smallest attachment that would somehow make it bearable. The fetter that would keep me bound to life. The lamp that would help me last through the night. No, Nathan, don't go. Don't go, Nathan. Sometimes I would go looking for it in those who came to the houses as tutors. At other times, in the most insignificant things strewn about the floor. Bye-bye, nighty-nighty. But whatever I managed to find would be pushed away from me, or smashed broken, always just because it's not what one of them wants. The things that pity me and the things I pity are all ruined and destroyed alike at a single whim of the nurse fathers. Shaved down? No. Hacked apart? No. Sliced off and severed. Sliced off and severed in savage rapture, and yet, even then, remains unsevered. That anxious, unpleasant aftertaste of looking upon loose ends that are not tied. Hello, cheese. Then there's that immature, cowardly mind, unable to bear even the slightest of discomfort, and would not relent without immediately destroying each and every annoyance. By the mere act of such an existence, the threads around me snarl and knot. In those moments, I would remain in the empty room where the nurse father had left, failing to hold back the tears that streamed down my face. Perhaps the me of tomorrow had snatched all of the reserves of sorrow meant for me and spent them empty. Because today, no tears come out, as though the wellspring had run dry. I hear it. The sound of rusted shackles dragging heavily. It doesn't come from beneath my ankles, but instead rustles up from the deepest reaches of my memory. Everything that surrounds me, layered around me, is full of lies. Things painted over with anguish, steeped in more anguish, twist and coil through my life, entangled in such complexity that they can no longer be untangled. They're packed so tightly that I can feel myself choking. I want to get out. I need to get out. But desperation alone does not open the door. Darkness, without a single crack. A silence swollen out of all proportion. That is what this vault is. And I have grown too big to fit inside its tiny space. I could step outside, but there will be no place for me in that narrow room. And yet, because I live in that narrow room, in the house of spiders, I have ended up in this tiny, lightless vault. My little world, my cramped room, the birdcage I can never escape from. Perhaps a place that makes me homesick. A place that does not welcome me. Why am I even trying to leave? The door won't open. Will it? And even if I go outside, who would be there to welcome me? As though to bury the fear that follows that question, after images painted over with anguish, steeped in more anguish, twist and coil through my life, entangled with such complexity that they can no longer be untangled, and all of them crash over me. I'm getting to realize that, Armor. Also, welcome into the stream, darling. They're packed so tightly, and I can feel myself choking. Layer upon layers of after images, lives, selves, all surrounding me. I am born from myself. I grow helplessly. I grow relentlessly. You have entered a temporal entanglement, Yoshihide. Only then does a thin strand of light make its way into the darkness. Weird Kingpin. Swaggy. There are needles that prick my eyes. The beginning and the end I am to meet, the threads that are nothing but pain. Some things cannot be lost merely by forgetting. There are things that can only be forgotten by losing them. I must sever away every thread wrapped around me. I must cut the nurse fathers down, so that not a single strand may surface again, nor look up at the sky, so that no one and nothing at all may call my name. My head feels light. I no longer sense the omnipresence. Sorry, my brain just stalled on that word. I no longer sense the omnipresence of the horrible memories that had taken up residence on the countless strands of time. Thank you, Swaggy. We've got an ad in a minute, my dears. Oh, I'll snooze it one more time, actually. So we can finish this uptie. As though swinging the blade, the Ryoshu has severed the binding thread that had been weighing me down. I inhale deeply, then exhale. I close my fingers into a fist and then open them again. Even that small gesture feels almost refreshing. Yoshihide. Yoshihide, Yoshihide. The nurse fathers cry out calling my name. What makes them, the heartless men and women who merely watched in silence even as I writhed in pain, scream with such despondence? I had been called by that name countless times, yet it carries a disquieting echo today. So, I wait for the pain to end. To end? No, not to end. There is an undeniable dissonance in my saying it. Even if it ends, what good would that do? What would I do in the aftermath anyway? A pain that has ended is an unfinished room. There's nothing after the end. Just like in the picture books a nurse father used to read to me. It's a little too late to face the ending now and hope that something would change. I floundered in suffering because I was unable to recognize that truth. I would scratch away at the walls, suppress the welling tears, and sometimes, whoa! Oh my gosh, We have a raid! We have a raid, ladies! Hello! Hello, raiders! Hi, Fluffy! How you doing today? You were playing Balatro, my gosh. Hello. If you guys don't know me already, my name is Wolf Sister. I'm a variety VTuber who loves to chill and chat and attempt to voice act unvoiced lines in games that I am far too deeply invested in. You gotta raid and run, sweetie. No problem. You look after yourself. And thank you so very much for the raid. I super appreciate it. Don't forget also, guys, that post-stream care is a thing. Just like Fluffy needs to raid and run, you are most welcome to look after yourselves as well. Go touch grass, hydrate, sleep, go to work, etc. Please don't hesitate to do some of that self-care. Fluffy, I'll see you next time, my dear. I hope you have an amazing day ahead. So at the moment we're playing Limbus Company, and we're doing a little story, a little tragic story, as most of the stories go in this very tragic game. Now, see if I can get Yoshihide's voice back. I floundered in suffering because I was unable to recognize that truth. I would scratch away at the walls, suppress the welling tears, and sometimes sit in expressionless silence as my mind raced in aimless terror. The nurse father read me a story once. The story was about a man who weaves a pair of wings for himself, soars up high, and faces the brilliant light in the sky. But the story did not end there. It ended when the man plunged into the lapping waves, screaming as fire consumed his wings. The nurse father's tale continued stubbornly until it reached its disturbing end. I would ask for another tale, hoping to wash away the unsettling aftertaste of the one before, but it all ended the same way. In tragedy. My choice of books was limited to what the nurse father had given me, my will trapped in this narrow world the nurse father's made. Every choice a meaningless formality. Whichever path I walked, I remain in the house of spiders. No matter where I go, I remain at the very heart of the spider web. Though sleep was my only refuge from the despair that weighed me down like waterlogged clothes, even there, the terrible moments would come to me uninvited, shackling me to the waking world. But no. Perhaps it isn't that my sleep is stayed. I slept yesterday, so I am awake today. Yes, that's all this is. What comes after today is yesterday, not tomorrow. The sleep will soon claim me, with or without my permission. I open my eyes, unwelcomed by oh, sorry, my bad. I read that completely wrong. I open my eyes, welcomed by unyielding inevitability and the blue, dimming lights. Every story that is told is true. Hang on. I lost it for a brief second. I'm sorry. Every story. Shit. Fuck. Every story that is told why am I putting a 2 in there? Why? That's not even part of the sentence. That's what have you used the bar? Thank you. Oh man. Oh, I didn't realize we were in an ad break. I thought I'd snooze them all. Just wait for a second. This is a very long one. She's going through every single nurse father. Like every single nurse father is a distinct part of this story. It's very interesting. Very interesting. 40 seconds to go, my loves. 40 seconds. Rah, 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 rah. Don't know how to put a burr in my voice again. I just had some cold water and it just washed away all of the roughness in my throat. And now I'm like, can't do the voice anymore. I'll try. I'll get there. I had it for a long time, but then it kind of ran away from me for a bit. And welcome back from ad jail, my lovelies. We're going to continue. I'm not going to read this line. I have tried and failed spectacularly many, many times. Because as twisted and tangled as we may have become, we've all gazed at the same single world, so that no entangled thread of time goes lonely, so that I won't be lonely. I must read the tale to its end and steep myself in the tragedy I already know all too well. Few people wouldn't know this, but every single one of myself has held on to one another, refusing to ever let go, no matter which strand of thread I peered into. That's how I know the end, and the beginning of this house of spiders that has encased me for so long. A tiny world that was mine only because I was born, because I exist, because someone remembered me. They were here, the nurse fathers, in each scene that I was a part of, in every single one that took place in the House of Spiders. Not even a day or an hour of my time has gone by without them being a part of it. And the spiders built a house in the corners of my memories, the nurse fathers tainting every hour of my life they inhabit. And of course, even that memory I abominated, and there was nothing to stay my sword. You nurtured my world into a world of you, a world of pain and sorrow where its leaves seek not the sunshine, but death. Let's put an end to this tragedy. It has long overstayed its welcome. Let's cut and sever, because I relish in the silence that always follows every time you are ripped away. The nurse father's voices grow faint, even in the moments that ambush me. Everything falls away, severed, burned into empty whiteness, delaminated from the world, leaving only scattered instants undulating between the shattered memories. Hi, Harness. Screaming, struggling. All of it is then reduced to inconsequential instants that lie beyond the edge of perception. String severance. Severing the memories, severing the nurse fathers, severing myself. Everything that comprises a man is cut away, slice by slice. Even the things that would have filled the void become hollow themselves, without anything to want, without anything to look back on. Here comes ineffable grandeur. Here comes ineffable delight. Here comes ineffable emptiness. Here comes ineffable suffering. Here, the ineffable comes. Here they come from the end of the road. And so, the project has finally come to an end. Well, it seems to me that it's been completed exactly as the esteemed Copper de Copy has envisioned. God, yes. I would have loved to have it exhibited at my main gallery, had it been something that could even be transported. The Tianxia star. The star that sees not a field of variegated existences and moments in the continuum of time, but instead a universe encompassing landscape, shining the light that enables temporal entanglement. It is as though that selfsame star has risen before me. Its gleaming is as sorrowful as that of a pearl. Speaking of which, I believe it is about time we discussed rewards for those who managed to complete it. I mean, someone must have played a central role in seeing Project House of Spiders to its completion, yes? Too bad, though. Whoever it was seems to have been consumed by their own creation. Well, probably some useless trash. This thing's a landfill after all, ain't it? Whoever got sucked into it was probably some nasty piece of shit that deserved to get discarded. The prescript dictates that the Index will take over the management of this phenomenon, effective after 3 days' time. You Index dickheads. Under no circumstances should any of the fingers express the intent to take sole ownership of our shared property. Does the will of the prescript care so little for the lives of its messengers that it would send them to die? Its objectives are as enigmatic as always. That's to say that the Index won't receive a prescript before 3 days pass, instructing them to share the right of possession equally among the fingers. Let us wait and see how things develop before leaping into action. As for the messenger, let's chuck him into the landfill. That's where that garbage is supposed to be buried, right? Then the star will glimmer for yet another fleeting moment. Alrighty. Wow, that's, yeah. Fantastic. Far out, man. Holy schnuckles. I need to get House of Spiders IDs. Yes. Yes. So what are our House of Spiders IDs? Can I unselect? No. You know what? I'll just do this. So we have House of Spiders Index Nurse Father, right? Is Paperslip one of them? Or is it the House of Spiders Ring Apprentice? So do they have to have the House of Spiders on them? Oh yes, isn't there a PV? Isn't there a PV on YouTube? So if I went to burn, and instead I did fuck. Oh, this is stupid. Absolutely stupid. Why can't we just fucking write it in ourselves? Can't be testing. Story 3, I guess. Paperslip is a branch. Okay. So we have you. I don't believe I have to like keep doing this. Wait. There we go. Yes. Okay. It's her, right? We don't have a Don, do we? You sang Proxy Dawn, Ring Faust and Hongler, Middle-ish and Pinky Sinclair. Proxy Dawn? Oh yeah, duh. Oh my gosh. I'm an idiot. I'm a big idiot. Of course we've got Ryoshu. Nothing to do with Merso at the moment. We got Honglers, just still on level 1. Middle-ish. She will be next. We've got House of Spiders Sinclair. Blade Ryoshu kills these IDs with 1 hit, by the way. Really? Do they have to be like fully leveled? Can I just take her in and yeah, can I just take her in and use the buffs? Being railed in Star Rail. How are Limbus games going, Mama Woofers? Pretty good. We just did some story, so I'm happy with that. No, that one. So far, that's what we have. Just gonna put our nons for the moment. I know they have synergy with others. Just give me a second. I will figure it out. Okay. Alright, so that's what we're working on for the moment for the House of Spiders team. You do need to level her up. The other House of Spider IDs, no. Well, I'm close. I'm at level 52. I'm doing this weird balance of trying to save Lunacy for Walpurgis. But yeah. They're already quite strong. Yeah, but we do have a few coming out. Hi, RMS. I don't remember if I said hi to you before. I'm sorry. Now, does testing have all their egos? Because that's where I went wrong with the last mirror dungeon. Yes. Yeah, that's where I went wrong with the last mirror dungeon, was I accidentally, yeah. I think somebody has to teach me how to use her, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, I think somebody's gonna teach me how to use her. Oh my gosh. Because there is an uptie 4. Is there a point to doing this uptie? Well, there is, yeah, there always is. There always is. I need more shards? Is that the... $17 to $50. So what would that be? She scales harder into the late game. Current season ID needs UT4 to get the best out of them. Ah, hi Blank. 17, which makes 33. Who is it? Ryoshu? Wait. What just happened? Oh. Oh. I own 32. Oh, okay. So I need another 2. Yeah, I got 3. Nice. Definitely felt the difference between UT3 and UT4 with last season's IDs. Ah. I just need to level her up. So maybe I got no resources. I got no resources. Oh my gosh. I better go get some here. Pardon me.